What's going on, guys? This is Miasin. I'm back for another OCG metagame breakdown. This time number 9, August 28th to September 1st. 61 top performing decks, not too bad. Is Grand Creators really important? I think that was with the Exorcisters. I could be wrong. Let's just check. Deck pack, Grand Creators, yeah, Punk and Exorcisters. I was definitely right. Pretty bad cards, honestly. Well, the Brave tokens, I think, yeah, the Brave token archetype, I think, could be interesting for prank kids. I know Pac just made a video on it, but yeah, let's jump into the breakdown. So Drytron and Virtual World are tied for the best deck, 10 and 10 out of 61. So others is still number one. Okay, yeah, I'll stop making this joke. Actually, I'll never stop making the joke. But yeah, Drytron, only one of them was playing Destiny Hero, and I don't think Virtual World is playing the Phoenix Enforcer package. Yeah, I mean, by Destiny Hero, we're implying the Phoenix Enforcer package. Now, Virtual World could be playing Malicious with no Denier and no, Destiny Fusion Destiny, so no Phoenix Enforcer, but they just want to play it pure so they can fit in more hand traps and kind of break a bit less in a way. I don't know. But yeah, obviously, it makes sense that both are number one best deck. I mean, Virtual World still has VFD, and Drytron has like freaking 3 Benton and Herald of Ultimateness, which is very fair and healthy, by the way, but yeah. Sword Soul, third best deck. Okay, so it's always changing. One day it's the best deck for like 5 weeks straight, and then it randomly just sucks for another week, and then it becomes like third best deck again. Well, second best deck technically, since first best deck is a tie between 2 decks, but you get the point. 3 of them are pure, 2 of them are with the Phoenix Enforcer package. Oh, actually, never mind, I lied. The 4 of them are with the Phoenix Enforcer package, but one of them also has 10 cards, and the other one only has 10 So I guess the most popular version is the pure, but not by a long shot. And Eldritch is also doing quite well because it's playing quite a few traps, and from the Duelist Cup Hong Kong that we saw, yeah, I mean, it's literally playing like billions of traps and side decking King of the Sky Prison, because it might not be really good in Game 1. Now we have the Phoenix Enforcer package with Sky Striker, definitely makes sense as well, but it was definitely doing better on the other breakdown, so now this is actually a downgrade with 3 Tri Brigade. Yeah, I mean, this deck is also just kind of, I don't know, sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's not that great, and now it's almost on the same level as these decks, which were infinitely less good before. Tri Brigade was the best deck in the OCG for months and months, I'm pretty sure, and even in the TCG, it's considered to be one of the best decks in a way, that with like Drytron and Prank Kids, but I don't know how to feel about Tri Brigade. Alright, 2 Danger Dark World. This deck has Fairy Tail Snow, so it's definitely not the same thing as here in the TCG, and some Danger Dark World decks can play Grand Maju with Pot of Desires and Gizmek or Uchi, and we don't have, what do we do? Yeah, well, the only thing that we don't really have would be all those danger monsters. I think they have 3 Tsuchinoko with 2 Jackalope, and I don't know how many Nessies they have, but definitely just better danger monsters. And they also have, as I said, the Fairy Tail Snow, which is definitely relevant. Destiny Hero Invoked, okay, interesting. 2 Flunderies, before it was only 1, so definitely an upgrade, but not, again, not a huge one. It's just sad that Sword Soul completely overshadowed Flunderies in that Burst of Destiny set. 2 Hero, also this deck was much better before, so this is a downgrade. Prank Kid, same thing. Zodiac is no longer here, which is very shocking, but at the same time they did lose Durancia, so unless you're splashing in Zodiac with Tri Brigade cards, it's not doing too well the majority of the time. 2 Adignister, they still have like pretty much everything, so didn't really get hit, and they have Deco Talker Heat Soul, so all the Cybers decks are always better in the OCG than they are in the TCG. 1 Adamancipator, shoutouts to Richard, and shoutouts to, sorry, I forgot the name, the guy who topped the Duelist Cup. He watches my videos. Shoutouts to you. Alright, 1 Agent Fairy, Destiny Hero Lunalight, Destiny Hero Thunder Dragon Jesus, Destiny Hero is everywhere, Dragon Maid, Lawn Mowing Hero Invoke Shadal, Lawn Mowing, Phantom Knight Burning Abyss, Math Mech, and my favorite deck, nice, Seka Danger Kaiju Luna. Alright, for Drytron, Leung Yutak is most notable for finishing second in the Hong Kong qualifier in his Mythical Beast Endymion deck. That was back in 2019, Jesus. And he's the one who, I guess, popularized the modern version of the Endymions. Interesting. I think they don't have Electrum anymore, right? Or maybe they do, but I actually completely forgot. And yeah, he also did relatively well with the 60-card Guki, well, actually very well in the Hong Kong. Is this like the qualifiers for Worlds? Because I actually have no idea how you guys function for the for the OCG to go to Worlds, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, obviously not playing Maxi. This is not the first time that we see this. This, I think, is the exact same deck list we saw for the Hong Kong tournament. But yeah, just no hand shop outside of Herald of Orange Light, if you can really consider it a hand shop. And also not even side decking Ash, so you can counter Maxi. Not even playing Called by the Grave and Crossout Designator. Now, Crossout would be really bad, but Called by the Grave I feel like would be a pretty good card, so that definitely shocks me. But he's playing a lot of consistency cards, so you don't really need Called by the Grave when your deck is just so ridiculously consistent. I mean, how many Ben 10s do you play? Like freaking 20 billion, which is really nice. And 2 ritual spells, so if one of them gets like Cosmic Cyclone, you can still play the game. And 2 field spell as well, so you can search that Nova. It's actually funny how the spell card is called Nova, and they also play Cyber Emergency, which has an Xyz monster that is Cyber Dragon Nova, but whatever. The rest of the extra deck is pretty, not really standard, but kind of. And yeah, Underworld Goddess does clear towers, by the way, just letting you know. And yeah, the side deck, whatever. Virtual World, there's never anything freaking spicy about Virtual World. It's always the exact same thing. 5 Called by the Graves in a way, but like what, 8 hand shops, 5, 7, okay, close enough. And then yeah, Tactic Talents, whatever, only a 1 of. It's never seen play in the OCG, it's just not good at all. Even though they have more hand shops, it's like, I don't know, it's just, this card sucks because if your opponent isn't playing hand shops, you lose. And if you're playing too many hand shops, your deck is just destined to be inconsistent. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else that is noteworthy. Sword Soul, this is, I feel like we're almost going like backwards, because some people were like experimenting with the Tenyis and they kind of realized that the Tenyis were actually not even bringing that much to the table, so they were like, you know what, yeah, screw it, we're just gonna revert back to pure Sword Soul. So yeah, I mean, the Monster Reborn spell card isn't even being played in like the most standard version, and Sudden Shift used to be a 1 of, but I guess now it's just either a 1 or 2 of, it depends. I think at the very beginning though, it was actually a 3 of. People were playing this deck almost like a control deck, but now they just want to pop off turn 1 and make as many negates as possible. I don't think people still have the space to afford, well, still have the ability to afford a Token Collector in the extra deck. I mean the side deck, sorry. But apart from that, we have billions of hand shops. Oh my god, 5, 8, 10 hand shops out of 15 cards in the side deck, with also a lot of hand shops in the main deck, so 3, 6, 8, 11. Imagine 11 plus 10, 21 hand shops total. Ouch. And they have freaking emptiness, because you can have Omni Negates and protect your emptiness from dying. But with Imperial Order, which is kind of funny because you're playing a lot of spells, but at the same time you go through them very, very fast. Someone who's playing more than 1 Tactic Talents in the main deck, with only 1 Call by the Grave, very interesting, and 2 Crossout. I think I can understand the 2 Crossout, but Call by the Grave at 1, I don't know, I feel like I would definitely be playing 2 Call by the Graves. Apart from that, do we have anything interesting? Not at all. In the extra deck, I feel like everybody is kind of agreeing with the fact that maybe Baguska has to be in everyone's extra deck, because if you get hit by Token Collector, you need a rank 4 that kind of just stops the opponent's play. And then you can make a Zeus, and if the Zeus attacks, you can make another Zeus on top. Or you have the ability to make 2 rank 4, so that's fine. And we also have Lina. I don't think this can crash and search something relevant outside of the Ecclesia, but still the kind of play that can come up. So if you use something like, I don't know, Desires, and then you get Ash, you go Gamma, and instead of making a level 8 Synchro, you just go for Lina, you crash, and then you search for Ecclesia, and you get your play started from there, which is kind of interesting, honestly. But I could make a video on how Lina changes everything for a lot of decks. I think it's a really good card. Apart from that, yeah, the main deck is, and the extra deck and side deck, whatever. Eldritch now. Ooh, this is really spicy. Okay. So the only hand shop is Gamma, which is fine. You can use it to protect yourself from Ash on the Extravagance. Even though Ash is, yeah, I mean, okay, outside of Drytron, everybody's playing Ash. Oh, and Eldritch. Nobody's playing hand shops usually in Eldritch. Cursed Outland is a 2, by the way, but this guy is still playing 1 Black Awakening and 1 Fate, which I actually think I like, honestly. It makes your Eldland, no, sorry, are they, yeah, the Gold Elixir, the Elixir trap cards a bit better, because at least you can set these cards instead of always having to set the trap card Sanguine. We're just relying on that 1 trap, and also having diminishing value is just not the best, so definitely like this. 3 Extravagance and 2 Prosperity. I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of having 5 pots, but maybe the maths are there, and this guy probably knows what he's doing a bit better than me, so definitely gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Now, I really like the fact that he's playing 3 Strike with 2 Judgment. I think Strike is infinitely better than Judgment, and you also have a themed in archetype Judgment in the form of Divine Land, what? Not Wakanda Forever. Divine Land? No, Golden Land Forever. Oh my god, what was I even saying? But yeah, this card is good. It also negates monster effects, something that Judgment doesn't do, but you do have to tribute a zombie, and you have to control, basically, Eldritch the Golden Lord in order to use this card, so it's kind of a huge requirement, but it's not the end of the world. And then, yeah, 3 Torrential. Always, everyone is playing 3 Torrential. It's good against Sword Soul, it's super good against the deck, it's great against Virtual World, and it's good against Drytron, so I definitely understand, because nobody's really playing Sky Striker and Salamangreat anymore in the OCG, whereas in the TCG it's really popular, so I wouldn't play Torrential Tribute. And something that you might have realized is that nobody's playing Ice Dragon's Prison. I don't think I really talked about it in this video, but it's pretty bad against Drytron, since the Drytron monsters cannot be special summoned outside of like their special ability or something like that, or like outside of like a Drytron card. And there's pretty much nothing to Ice Dragon's Prison, and Virtual World, sometimes they just don't have anything in the graveyard, because they can just reveal from the hand, and then Foolish for the spells and traps instead of Foolishing for the monsters. And their monsters also different types, they're Psychic and Wyrm, so there's no guarantee of Ice Dragon's Prison really doing anything. But Dimensional Barrier is great, as the article clearly says here. It can be chained to Fusion Destiny or even Anaconda to stop the Phoenix Enforcer, which I think is just fantastic. And it's pretty good against Drytron at calling Ritual, and Virtual World at calling Synchro, not Xyz. Synchro is better, actually. You need to go into Synchro monsters in order to go into Xyz the majority of the time. And against Sword Soul, you call Synchro and the deck literally does nothing at all. Like, literally nothing. It's disastrous. But yeah, apart from that, 3 Scale Drain feels freaking good, and Imperial Order, and also it's always 3 Conquistador and 2 Hakureo, which I think I can definitely understand. But apart from that, nothing too interesting. So in conclusion, Drytron had a huge presence this week. I am not shocked whatsoever, propelling it straight to the top and tying with the Virtual World as well. Swordlich and Eldritch are definitely, Sword Soul and Eldritch are making a bounce back, so they're doing better compared to before. I feel like for several months, Eldritch was just completely under the radar and not really being played, but now it's definitely doing well. And I'm actually really shocked to read this. Deck Build Pack Grand Creators had a decent impact on the release, because the Brave theme is actually really helping prank kids, and now it's actually having some success in tournaments. So yeah, it finished 5-2 in the Hong Kong tournament. We saw that in the last video that I made about the OCG, and it did have 297 participants. Oh wow, okay, and someone else, I think maybe, I don't know if this is someone else or, you know, the same guy, went 8-0, excluding a bye, in a 52 participant tournament, which is basically a locals at this point, but very, very nicely done. Overall, what can I say about the OCG? Drytron is very problematic, and VFD is problematic, so if you ban them, maybe the game was going to be a bit less power creepy, but at the same time I don't think so, because it's just gonna give an incentive to people to play Sword Soul, and well, maybe people might wake up on the fact that Flunderies is a good deck. Maybe Hero and the Phoenix Enforcer package will become even more dominant than before. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say for this OCG metagame breakdown video. If you guys have any comments or feedback, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.